What a week, huh, Mr. Blue Penguin friend? Just you and me in this nice bath. Well, thankfully I also have this nice full cocktail right next to me. Aww. Hey, Shay, can you make me another drink? This bath is really nice.
Yeah, sure. What do you want?
Whatever you want to make me.
Okay, no problem.
Hi everyone, my name is Christophe,
And I'm Shay.
and welcome to Bar Basics.
Yes, welcome. So we are doing this because I think it's super important that people understand that all of these drinks that we're making, so thus far, are really easy to make. And just speaking from personal experience, I think I would never like to make cocktails like when I used to live alone in my studio because it was a bit overwhelming. But since living with Christophe, he's really shown me that it's really not. You only need a few essentials. So,
Yeah.
What do we need?
So yeah, we kind of figured, thank you for all the compliments. Kind of figured that we would go through just a few things. There's obviously a lot more in this cabinet behind me. So let's start on the liquor side.
So you have all your basics. This is the easy part. We've got gin, vodka, tequila, rum, and whiskey. And you don't have to have a handle. You just buy in bulk.
We usually do.
If you're trying to save in space, because the idea is to just have this is your easy basic bar.
So, to mix in all these things, we have over here, so pretty standard. You should always have a dry and a red vermouth, or a sweet vermouth. These will allow you to make many different types of drinks when mixed with things from over here. Like you can pair these with your gin and you can start getting your Negronis, you can pair these with your whiskeys, you can start getting your Manhattans, and then martinis as well for your dry vermouth, right? For your vodka and for your gin. So these two things here, a lot of mileage with quite a few different liquors here. Those, this in Campari with gin for Negroni, your dry vermouth with either of these for a variation on a standard martini. Standard Manhattan is your rye with the sweet vermouth. However, I like, and a little spoiler for this episode, we'll be making a Manhattan at the end of it. However, we'll be making a perfect Manhattan, which has both vermouths. So, then we also have Campari, which smells so amazing. I love Campari. Campari's great. Campari you can use in all sorts of things. So, for example, the big one, the Negroni with the gin, but so many different cocktails, even pairing some with tequila as well. And what's the movie? Oh, Life Aquatic.
I was gonna say, if you're Bill Murray, you can just order a Campari.
You just drink Campari straight. Different things, but it's just a good thing to have because you're looking up recipes. Many times I'll find that Campari is just in kind of like a cool cocktail that I want to make. So it's just a good thing to have in your bar. But if you're like me and you like Negronis,
it's a go-to.
Last couple of little things here. So bitters. Your standard aromatic bitters are going to be used in lots of things. It just gives you just a little bit more, just that little extra aromatic notes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cherries, like maraschino cherries. This is kind of a fancier thing. they're great for some drinks. We'll have, one in our Manhattan. It's not a necessity. However, we did just have one of the best cocktails that I've ever made.
Which is not, it's not a cocktail you would make out of a basic bar, but it was divine.
Yeah, called Last Word, and it actually uses the liquid from like a maraschino cherry bottle as well. But yeah, it's not a cheap cocktail. It's got green chartreuse, which is...
Yeah.
And then, just like having an orange, a couple limes, a lemon or two. Like you can tell here, like I just like, this is for the Negronis. Like I just zest this, and then once it gets a couple days, I'll like squeeze it for orange juice and stuff. But yeah, just always having some lemons, some limes for any of your drinks. We've been having cosmopolitans this past week, so the limes have been really nice. And then that, like I said earlier, that kind of jumps into juices. It's really, you should always have a lime. If you're not going to fresh squeeze everything, which sometimes that's a pain, you can get lime and lemon juice, which we have. I do recommend getting nicer stuff that's organic usually. If you do concentrates, it's gonna make your drinks taste a little weird. But do what works for you.
Right.
That's kind of what I recommend. Just always have one or two of those.
So like to recap, if I just like, I want a really basic bar here. This is kind of easy. I really only need like 3, 4, maybe 6, but you could probably choose between. So like 5 things. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can
make a lot with that.
And you can have fun. You can use other people's recipes and have fun. Your own.
Great. What's all this?
So this is pretty over the top. I mean, it's a nice kit. I got this for Christmas. It's really wonderful. You don't need all of these things, but again, just some like some standard things you do need. You gotta have a shaker. You have to have a shaker. Shaker's important. Most shakers will come with a strainer. And here, this top is still fused because of someone. So you don't necessarily need a mesh strainer or a Hawthorne strainer. However, these are nicer and they're better for different types of drinks. Like these holes in here in this cocktail shaker are not as fine as these mesh ones, so more stuff will get through it. You don't want stuff, little bits of like mint leaves or whatever you're making. It's good to have these nicer strainers. Ice tongs.
Got it.
I don't really use them. Whenever we finally get to have parties again, I guess maybe it'll be nice to have like a fancy bucket of ice. Not a big ice tong guy.
We'll be hosting in our 1-bedroom apartment.
You're all invited.
Come on over.
Muddler. I don't muddle too many things, but it's good if you start doing.
Muscle meats.
Yeah, things with berries and stuff like that too. I typically don't muddle. I usually slap for mint and stuff because muddling sometimes can break bits. Again, like if you're talking about Moscow mules with like mint leaves and stuff, and they like break them into bits, and you get them in your teeth and everything. You gotta have your cocktail spoon. This is super important for when you're doing stirred drinks, not shaken. All this stuff up here, other than these 2 things you need. And then of course, a jigger. So most jiggers are 2 ounce on the top, 1 ounce on the bottom, depending on your top and bottom is there. Otherwise, it's other stuff, just bottle stoppers, for wine.
If you don't finish the bottle of wine, when you open it the first day.
We use these all the time.
So cool. So like, this is all really great, but let's say like I live in a studio, I'm trying to conserve space, it's just me. I'm just gonna stick with these right here, these 5, and I can probably get away with this, this, and this, right? Like, that's really all I need? Everyone should have this already. And that too, you'd say.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd be good. You'd be fine. Okay, and now we're going to make a perfect Manhattan.
Okay. And what's different between that and a Manhattan?
So standard Manhattan is just, you have usually a rye, this is the bourbon, and so it would be typically your rye and your sweet vermouth and your bitters. However, for a perfect Manhattan, you cut the sweet vermouth in half and substitute that with a dry vermouth.
Got it.
It just has a better balanced flavor overall.
Okay.
At least I think.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, ice is already in.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. How much?
So it's going to be 2 ounces, half ounce, and a couple of dashes of bitters.
Okay. So 2 ounces bourbon.
And if you want, you can do it over the shaker. So if you do spill,
I make it
make sure it goes all the way. Nope, all the way to the top.
That is something.
That's not
It's
2
spilling
ounces.
over.
No, it's not. There you go. That's perfect.
Awesome. Okay. I'm not perfect.
You can work on your stirring.
I'm not
I think you can
perfect.
work on your pouring.
Half ounce.
Yep. Good. Yeah.
Oh, see? Okay.
That's good. Always adding a little extra.
A little more than.
It's a home bar. No one's losing money here.
Bartender in my kitchen.
Perfect. There you
Okay.
go.
And some bitters, I'm assuming.
Yep. A couple of dashes.
Excellent.
Nice.
Okay. Stir.
Mhm.
Because it's all alcohol, so I don't need to shake it.
That's the usual thing, yes.
Okay.
It's not always the case, but more often than not, just go with, if your drink is all alcohol, like vermouth and the whiskey, it's all alcohol, then you're gonna stir it. If it's like a margarita, it's got some lime juice or something, like
Some
usually
bits.
you're gonna shake it.
Okay.
Bitters is also alcohol too.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay, and a cherry.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Great.
Boom. Take a sip.
Okay.
Enjoy.
That's like pinky out perfect.
You just made a
Perfect Manhattan. With 2 half.
Yep.
Easy. And bitters. 4 things.
Yeah.
The cherry is a luxury.
Well, for Manhattan, you should have a cherry. But thank you, everyone, for watching this video. We are having a really fun time making these little sketches, doing these little videos.
Yeah.
So please, if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can also find us on Bevs and Games on Instagram, and you can find me streaming all sorts of stuff on Twitch with the same username at Bevs and Games.
Yeah. I will not be gaming or streaming on the Twitch. I'm
yet.
only a special
Not
guest.
yet.
I'm only a special guest here. But yeah, this has been really fun. Please let us know if you have any requests of something to make. And please, by all means, build the bar. Because it's super easy. And you're an adult, so treat yourself.
And if you're a kid watching this video, good for you. All right. Thanks everyone for watching, and everybody take care.